with Alex Pyatetsky. Am I pronouncing that correct?
Yeah, Pyatetsky, but yeah,
Pyatetsky.
Good enough.
Okay, great. Alex is co-founder over at the HOTH. So tell us about the HOTH first off, please.
Sure. Well, I'll give you the short version if you want.
Okay.
I'll give you the long one after. But basically, the HOTH is an outsourced SEO link building company for agencies and publishers. People come to us with the keywords and URLs they want links built for, and we make it happen. It's really as simple as that. Yeah, we worked with several thousand campaigns. We're just over a year old. We worked on several thousand campaigns in our first year, and we're very rapidly expanding. We're currently working on the first ever American copywriter-powered end-to-end SEO link building product. So that'll hopefully be out in a month or two. And in the meantime, our current Philippines-powered copywriter product has been available for over a year.
Very cool. Speaking of your presentation at Pubcon, you obviously spoke on link building, but basically what you're saying is traditional link building is essentially in the past. Let's no longer look at that. So you presented the audience with a triangle, sort of like a food pyramid triangle with 3 parts. So if you could go into explanation of each of those parts and what they mean. Right.
So the food pyramid idea came from the idea that, like I say, I work with hundreds of SEOs all over the world, and a lot of people will contact me and they will, they'll tell me all about their project, which one of their grandmother's recipes inspired it, all these kind of irrelevant details, and they're like, well, what do you think I should do with this one? And it got to a point where I was giving the same advice over and over and over, and there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. So I came up with what I call the link building pyramid, kind of after the food pyramid, which basically just gives you a balanced approach to any link building campaign for any website. And I really think that you can apply it to just about any niche out there. And as long as it's like a real business, it's a little bit tougher to do with some of your thinner affiliate sites. But if it's a real business, it's pretty much a solid approach no matter what you're going to do. And it's also probably going to weather a lot of Google's changes just because it is a multifaceted approach. So on the bottom level, my first level is what I call friends, basically friends, family, and fools. Same thing as when you're looking for investors. People say go look for the friends, family, and fools first. Well, same thing when you're looking for links. If you're going to be in the dog grooming niche, let's say you've had a dog grooming business, but now you want to start a dog grooming e-com site. What you're going to want to do is contact all of your friends that have dog-related blogs, pet blogs, anything along those lines, and ask them, maybe for a link in their blog roll or, mention an article, anything you can get. I really like blog rolls for this purpose. Some people may disagree with me, but, just for the sake of getting some kind of foundational authority down, I think blog rolls are a really good way to go. And then, like I said, if you have any investors, your investors have a vested interest in your company's success. So you definitely want to get links from all of your investors, whether it be their personal blogs or their corporate pages, whatever. You want to get those. Family members. People think that it's like a joke, but really it's not. Like if you notice. Rand Fishkin links to his wife's blog and vice versa and stuff like that. So, any family member websites, really anybody that you know, if you know that somebody is willing to link to you, get those links. Also, in that category would be your industry trade groups, those kind of things. If you have vendors, you definitely want to get on there, like dealer locator or anything like that, or any other kind of partner pages. These are all links that basically you get by picking up the phone, and you get them because the person on the other end of the phone generally likes you. And this is a strategy that over time, as you stay in the industry, as you meet more people, you're obviously going to have more opportunities to do this. But, on day one, usually if you get into a business, you have some contacts there. It's a very smart thing to do, to pick up the phone and say, hey, starting this company, help me out and give me some, can I get a link from XYZ properties that you own?
Okay, so we got cut off there. So Alex is now no longer at Subway. He looks like in the comfort of his own home or somewhere. Correct. Okay, great. Probably more comfortable for you anyway. Okay, so if you can pick up on the second portion of the link pyramid.
Sure. So the second portion of the link pyramid is from the links that come from your general online social activities. So the thing that I really talk about quite a bit here is commenting on relevant blogs. And it's really a very simple thing to do. I mean, you probably already know who the relevant bloggers are in your space. So just follow them in your RSS reader, and whenever you see an article that's relevant to you, go ahead and do a comment on there. Now, I don't advise, sometimes you'll see blog comments where the person's name is their keyword that they want to rank for. I don't advise doing that. I mean, what I personally do, if you see any of the blog comments that I make, is I write Alex Pyatetsky CEO at the HOTH link building company. So hypothetically, if it's long enough, it'll fit the words link building in there as well. But the most important thing is my name, because not only do I want to get that link back to my site from the relevant article, but I also want the blogger to become more familiar with who I am. And that's that's part of why I think blog commenting is so powerful, because if you make intelligent comments, ones that basically make the blogger look good and also respect you, then you have an opportunity to actually approach that blogger and ask them for an opportunity to guest post. So now you have an opportunity to not only get a link back to your site, but also to get huge exposure within your space. It's a PR/credibility builder. It's basically everything you could want out of a link. The only problem with this level of the link building pyramid is that it's very time intensive, extremely time intensive, and you pretty much you either got to do it yourself or you're going to have to hire people to do it full time, and that gets extremely pricey. And so that brings us to the top level of the link building pyramid, and that's where we talk about extremely kind of precise link building. It's your more aggressive, slightly more scalable methods, like the HOTH. Previously in this space, you only had, sort of, how can I put it, more primitive link building methods, and a lot of them got a bad rap. For instance, this would be the space where people would have blasted 10,000 profile links at their site, just complete crap spam links. And, that's one way to do it. I don't recommend that. There's obviously huge risks in doing that. But, at this level, you use a product like the HOTH, or, like your social bookmarks, or something similar, where you're able to target specifically which pages you want on your site. They can be deep pages, they can be your home page. You can target the exact keywords that you want, and you can build these links much more quickly and efficiently. In the case of the HOTH, they don't necessarily have to be links with no relevant content on the page. With social bookmarks, you're only able to get a sliver of content. With what we've done is we've able to develop a solution where we actually have real writers that create full articles, and they post. We post these full contextually relevant articles that link back to the client's site for their subject matter. So yeah, I mean, you have three levels, and each one, at the bottom it's the least scalable but arguably the most authoritative links, and then going upwards, you get a little bit more scalable because it has to do with your overall online activities. but it's still extremely time intensive, making it costly. And at the top, you have your most scalable activities, which are also the most targetable for the individual keywords. And a lot of times you'll see a website that's doing real well in the first 2 layers, but for whatever reason, they're not even on page 3 for a huge chunk of their terms. And once they implement that third layer, once they implement that kind of top piece of the puzzle, all of a sudden it gives them that needed relevance, that last boost of relevance for their individual keywords to actually see rankings. And all of a sudden they'll go from nowhere to be found to page 1 or even top 5 sometimes. Likewise, you'll see a site that only focuses on that top part of the pyramid, and it doesn't, because it's easier. And a lot of times those sites, when there's a Google update or whatever the case may be, those sites will be much more volatile. They won't kind of weather the changes nearly as nicely as a site that has all 3 levels of the pyramid down. So like I said, this is something that I advise people to use in any niche that they're in, and really, as long as it's a real business, you should be able to implement the strategy that I've suggested here.
Thank you so much for your time.
No matter what
appreciate you making it happen from Subway and at home.
Sure, yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Enjoy your day.
Likewise. Cheers.
Bye.